Have you ever wondered how you feed your baby garter snakes? Well, if you have, keep watching this video and I will show you how I do it. And if you're curious about what food item I'm feeding my baby garter snakes, make sure to stay to the end because I will tell you every single item I use to feed my baby garter snakes. But before we get into that, I'm gonna prepare the food for this feeding, which is gonna be sander. And from my experience, if you have picky garter snakes, fish always work. And if you have done your research on garter snakes, you know that they like to live communal. And then you have to come to the decision if you want to separate them for feedings or feed them together. I feed mine together, so it's very important that you chop up the food really tiny. And the reason why I do that is because if one garter snake grabs one food item, the other snake might come up and grab it. But if the piece is really tiny, the other snake is not going to be able to get a hold of that piece. And the reason why you don't want the other snakes to get a hold of that piece is obviously because they can end up eating each other. And we do not want that to happen. So if you're feeding them together, which I will, I'm going to feed 11 garter snakes together. It's crucial that you chop up the food into really tiny pieces like this. So keep that in mind if you're feeding garter snakes together. And if you decide to separate the snakes for the feeding, still keep in mind that garter snakes are a bit different than other snakes. They still like small pieces of food item. Most snakes want one big piece to feed, but garter snakes prefer smaller pieces and many pieces. So that's how I would do it if I were you. Alright, so the food is prepared and it's time to move the snakes into the bin where I'm gonna feed them. And while I do that, I want you, only if you want to obviously, but go down to the comment section, write down if you keep garter snakes by yourself and how many. And if you don't keep garter snakes, let me know what your favorite snake is. Alright, so the garter snakes are now fed and now we're going to get into the thing I promised earlier in this video, which was I'm going to tell you guys what I feed my garter snakes. I swap between 4 types of fish, which is sander, perch, plaice, and pike. So that's the 4 fish I swap between. And then I feed 2 types of heart, which is chicken heart and pig heart. Mostly I get chicken heart because it's easier to get a hold of and it's easier to chop off the pieces, and for the adults I give like whole chicken hearts. With pig hearts, they're like big, almost like a human heart, and it's a lot more work to cut that up into the pieces you want. And then another thing I like to feed my garter snakes is earthworms. And to complete the whole diet, every now and then, not too often, I feed a mice or a rat. And you want to be careful not feeding too many rodents, because if you only put rodents in the garter snake's diet, they're gonna become obese, sick, and die. So you need to have I can't say that word. You need to have a variety of food for your garter snakes, otherwise they're not going to be healthy. So a variety, every now and then a mouse or a rat, and you have complete diet for your baby garter snake. And for this video's comment shout out, I'm going to pick Anson Pet that wrote, "Great video Johan, very educational," and a thumbs up. Thank you so much Bradley, which is also Anson Pet. Go check out his channel guys, and make sure to write a comment down there and you might get picked for the next comment shout out. And if you want to support this channel even more than just watching this video or leaving a like or dropping a comment, you can also become a member and join the exotic squad. And then you will be able to join my gaming streams and play games with me. You get a bunch of other perks, so go check that out if you want to. And if your baby garter snakes won't eat, do not panic. I have a video showing how you assist feed baby garter snakes right here. So go check that out if you want to. Have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.